She will not be participating in the All-Star game or the three-point contest.
Caitlin Clark, unfortunately, is going to miss WNBA All-Star game and the three-point contest.
A long career ahead, and you don't want this injury to continue jumping around her leg and then it turns into something more serious.
I was getting excited to watch Caitlin Clark and A'ja Wilson on the same team.
Hold up, because the WNBA just hit the brakes on its entire All-Star game after a shocking Caitlin Clark injury. Yes, you heard that right. The league just pulled the plug on its biggest event of the year, and it all kicked off with Caitlin Clark collapsing in pure agony. What was supposed to be a massive celebration has officially imploded, leaving fans absolutely furious after watching their favorite player crumble on the court.
I think ultimately it is the right decision. As badly as I know Caitlin probably wants to play because it's in Indiana and she was supposed to be in the three.
I mean, the WNBA All-Star Game was literally just days away. Ticket prices had gone through the roof. Fans had flown in from across the country just to witness Caitlin Clark dominate. She wasn't just one player. She was the main event, the team captain, the three-point contest highlight reel. The entire reason this year's game was projected to smash all viewership records. And then, in a blink, the whole damn thing exploded.
Late Tuesday night, we saw Caitlin Clark hold her groin. We saw Caitlin Clark dig her head in the stanchion.
She went down clutching her groin, tears in her eyes, a towel over her face. It wasn't just another injury timeout. It was a moment that sent a genuine chill down the spine of every WNBA fan. July 14th, Indiana Fever versus Connecticut Sun. The Fever scraped out a 5-point win, but trust me, nobody cared about the score. Because with less than 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Caitlin Clark, the undeniable face of the league, was doubled over in searing pain. And then, Fever coach Stephanie White poured gasoline on the fire, vaguely mumbling after the game that Caitlin felt something. That's it. No details, no plan, just a dismissive shrug and vague discomfort. But by the next morning, reality bit hard. Imaging confirmed a right groin injury, severe enough to instantly yank her from both the All-Star game and the three-point contest. Days before the WNBA's biggest event, their brightest, most marketable star was ruled out. Just like that, Caitlin wasn't just selected as team captain, she was the event. The centerpiece, the ratings juggernaut, the reason fans were literally flying in, hotels were booked solid, and broadcasters were hyping the weekend like it was the Super Bowl. And now, poof, gone.
Caitlin Clark, unfortunately, is going to miss WNBA All-Star game and the three-point contest because of the groin injury.
I'm incredibly sad and disappointed to say I can't participate in the three-point contest or the All-Star game.
She released a heartfelt statement, all class, thanking Indianapolis and the host committee, saying she was incredibly sad and disappointed and had to rest her body. You could feel the sheer weight of frustration in her words. This wasn't just a minor setback, this was a gut punch to her, to the league, and especially to the fans. You want the cold hard numbers? Caitlin Clark single-handedly dragged in 1.5 million viewers just last Friday against the Atlanta Dream, peaking at a staggering 1.8 million. Her next game? A 2.1 million average, peaking at 2.5 million. But then Tuesday happened, she got injured, and everything changed.
I know Caitlin Clark, this was a big deal. Not only to the fans, not only to the people, not only to the league, but to Caitlin Clark. This was a big deal.
The drop-off was immediate, brutal. The very next game, without her on screen, only managed a pathetic 470,000 viewers. That's over 1 million people hitting the channel changer the second she wasn't on screen. That's not a dip, that's a full-blown viewership cliff.
The All-Star game, folks, I was getting excited to watch Caitlin Clark and A'ja Wilson on the same team.
And what about the fans? The ones who shelled out serious cash for tickets, hoping to see Caitlin work her magic. The families who drove for hours. The kids who got this trip as the ultimate birthday gift. People decked out in Clark jerseys, waving Clark posters, dreaming of high-fiving their hero. And now, she won't even be lacing up.
But the fact is, she's out. I think this is the right thing. You have to put a priority on getting well for games that count.
It's genuinely heartbreaking. This was her moment, the very first All-Star game ever held in Indianapolis, with Clark, Boston, and Mitchell all repping the Fever in their hometown. It was shaping up to be a record-shattering event. Now, it feels like a deflated balloon, and if you're actually listening to the fans, the anger isn't just about the injury itself. It's about how the entire damn thing was handled. The league has let her get brutalized with constant contact, hard fouls, and 0 calls. Black and white sports didn't pull any punches, blasting officials for allowing Caitlyn to be beaten up all season long. They weren't exaggerating. She has been physically targeted game after game with virtually no protection, and now the WNBA is paying the ultimate price.
And when she is running back on the other end of the court, it seems like she's grabbing her groin area. Now, it also seems like she's grabbing her right groin area, and her last groin injury.
Whether it's mental exhaustion, frustration with another injury, feeling a pop in the groin, feeling something in the groin that you know isn't a good sign.
Caitlyn wasn't just injured, she was overworked, underprotected, and pushed beyond her limits. And now the premier event that was literally built around her has to limp on without her. This injury wasn't just a setback, it was the total collapse of a weekend the WNBA desperately needed. The All-Star game went from must-watch television to maybe I'll check the highlights. The league is scrambling to find a replacement captain, a new name for the three-point contest, and some pathetic way to convince fans that the show simply must go on. But for a lot of us, it's just not the same without number 22.
Here to tell you, it is not a good moment in the fan base. Fans are quiet online. A lot of people are starting to look like they're reselling their...
Let's be real here. When Caitlyn Clark dropped out of the All-Star game, the WNBA didn't just lose a player, they lost their main event. And behind the scenes, it wasn't just disappointment, it was full-blown panic mode. This game wasn't just for show, it was a revenue monster. Sponsorships were lined up, TV promos were running non-stop, and all of it was perfectly timed with those tricky CBA negotiations hanging in the balance. Yeah, those negotiations. Big contracts, even bigger expectations, and suddenly the league's most bankable star was out cold.
Caitlyn Clark just returned back from injury not even a week ago. She did 1.5 million viewers against the Atlanta Dream on Friday.
And the numbers. Oh, they screamed the story. When Clark played the Atlanta Dream, that game pulled in 1.5 million viewers, peaking at 1.8 million. Solid gold. The very next game without her, viewership plunged by over 1 million, with only 470,000 people bothering to stick around. That's not a dip, that's a full-on nosedive. It's like fans collectively decided, no Caitlyn, no click. And you better believe the TV execs felt that one in their gut. It's a little tough to sell ad space when your ratings graph looks like it fell off a cliff. This whole damn situation is ridiculous. Now, ticket holders are in a frenzy, some desperately trying to resell, others demanding refunds, especially those who planned their entire summer around seeing Clark live. And where are the sponsors? Oh, they've gone awfully quiet. You know it's bad when brands stop tweeting and start ghosting. What was supposed to be the most watched, most hyped All-Star weekend in WNBA history now just feels like a balloon, slowly losing all its air.
A lot of people were not happy that she had not made this game to begin with.
And while the league is desperately trying to spin this like it's no big deal, the fans aren't buying it. Because honestly, this wasn't just some random injury. This was something that has been brewing, boiling over actually, all season long.
That would keep some type of ratings around. Because this will have a negative impact on ratings, make no mistake about it.
Let's talk about how they've treated Caitlyn on the court, or rather, how they've ignored what's been happening to her. They've let her get beat up. And honestly, that's not even an exaggeration. Game after game, she's been shoved, bumped, elbowed, knocked down, and somehow still not getting calls. Not one. Not a single flagrant. Referees just swallow the whistle like it's their job description. It's so bad that even Black and White Sports flat out declared they won't call a foul for Caitlyn Clark. Not one time. Never. And they are not wrong.
More importantly, they're holding Kathy accountable. Kathy Engelbert is the commissioner of the league. She has yet to release a statement, yet to step in to address these WNBA referees.
This isn't basketball anymore. It's starting to look more like a demolition derby. And where in the hell is Commissioner Kathy Engelbert during all of this? Nowhere to be found. She's letting this chaos play out while the league's biggest, most valuable star is out here getting bodied every single game. Fans are furious, commentators are screaming negligence, and others, well, they're comparing it to WWE, except nobody gets thrown out, suspended, or even needs a chair. Just aim a shoulder at Clark's ribs and go. And now, with Caitlyn sidelined, the question becomes, who takes her spot? Because that, my friends, is a PR landmine all by itself.
Brittany Sykes would join Team Clark as a replacement for Caitlin Clark in the 2025 AT&T WNBA All-Star Game.
So who? And then Kathy Engelbert picked Brittany Sykes. Now, no disrespect to Brittany, she's a solid player, absolutely, but she wasn't even originally selected. Not by fans, not by coaches, she just kind of appeared. Instantly, fans called it out as a blatant box-checking move. Some even joked the league threw darts at a board and just went with whoever it landed on. It felt lazy, it felt forced, it felt like a move the WNBA had to make, not one fans actually wanted.
Caitlin Clark, I gotta find a replacement for your for the three-point contest. Lexi Hull, you busy? Get in there.
Meanwhile, you've got Lexi Hull right there. Fever player, local connection, would have absolutely fired up the Indianapolis crowd. Then there's Kelsey Mitchell, an all-star level scorer with proven experience and undeniable respect. And Sophie Cunningham, she's been on absolute fire. Last 3 games, she's 8 of 11 from deep. Her jersey, 12 to 1,000, sold instantly. She's basically the second most popular Fever player right now. But still, crickets, no invite.
I mean, you know, you could throw a damn dart at the wall at this point and put somebody in.
And here's the real question. Is the WNBA even listening? Because here's the cold, hard truth. When your biggest star gets seriously hurt after months of being targeted, and then you completely ignore the fans begging for her teammates to step up, it sends a crystal clear message. And it's a message absolutely nobody likes.
Speak out. At this point, they don't even care if we speak out.
Instead of leaning into the unprecedented hype, honoring the passionate crowd, and keeping that incredible momentum going, the league made decisions that feel corporate, clinical, and just plain cold. And fans, oh, they notice. They always notice. So here we are. The All-Star Game's biggest draw is gone. The ratings are tanking faster than a lead balloon. The replacement picks have sparked more outrage than excitement, and the player who sold 12,000 jerseys overnight can't even get a damn nod.
Now, this couldn't have happened at a worse point for the WNBA, especially with CBA negotiations unfolding.
The WNBA had a golden opportunity to rise above the chaos, to show true leadership. Instead, it looks like they fumbled it, both on and off the court. But here's where things get truly spicy, because believe it or not, it wasn't the Indiana Fever who made the final call on Caitlin Clark pulling out of the All-Star game. It was Clark and her own team. That's right, the same player who has been the face of every commercial, highlight reel, and news headline said, "We are not leaving it up to the Fever anymore." And honestly, can you even blame her? After weeks of getting physically shoved around, barely protected on the court, and then getting injured again, right after returning from a previous knock, her team is now taking the Tom Brady route. Remember how Brady had his own nutritionist, his own body coach, his own entire health empire? Same concept, a private medical team, full control over her health and schedule, because clearly counting on the franchise just wasn't cutting it. And all of this, it just added rocket fuel to an already burning fire, because let's not pretend this is happening in a vacuum. This is unfolding in a league that has already been deeply divided, and Caitlin Clark's withdrawal just sent it into complete overdrive.
Bro, but I'm hella mad tonight, guys. I just gotta be honest, man.
You've got Angel Reese fans literally celebrating Clark's injury on social media. I mean, who does that? The tension between these two fan bases is now on a whole new toxic level. There's no denying it anymore. It's a full-blown culture war. Then there's the infamous Waffle House controversy, where some Twitter users dropped coded, racially tinged jokes that quickly turned absolutely nasty. It didn't take long before major accounts started calling it out as blatant trolling. Clark fans fought back, Angel fans doubled down, and suddenly, this wasn't just sports anymore. It was politics, race, and identity wars, all wrapped into one messy package.
But this news is alarming for the league, and it's alarming for the league because this is such a crucial year for the WNBA.
Fans were demanding answers. They went ballistic, wondering if this was a direct jab at the league's leadership, or maybe even a dig at the entire Clark drama. Either way, it was bold, and it got everyone talking. But here's the bigger picture. All of this, every headline, every injury update, every fan war, it proves something incredibly important. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a mirror. And right now, she's reflecting every single thing the WNBA desperately needs to fix. On the court, off the court, and behind closed doors. This isn't just about a groin injury anymore. It's about pressure, power, politics, and one player who's caught right in the middle of it all. Like this video and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single spicy detail.